What's good, YouTube land? That Weird Collector here. Picking up where we left off. So this house has been ransacked and had its wall broken. And this guy stole the TM for Dig. Enough of a reason to fight him. Him with that good old headbutt. Oh, and we got that flinch. Oh, no double flinch. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Bim, bim, bim. You got a Cyberman. So we're just gonna speed on through that. Gives us back Dig. This guy doesn't care anymore. So, So here's a question for you guys. How hyped are you for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? It's coming out in around a month? Like, second week in November, something like that? Maybe third week in November? And for me, I'm looking forward to it, but like, I'm not super hyped. There is an ether here. Like, it has the same feeling to me as Black 2, White 2 did. Because they're basically doing the same thing. Oh, we can get an encounter. Yeah, they're basically doing the same thing. Because if you remember, when Black and White came out, they were like brand new games without any of the old Pokemon in them, which was really exciting. And I remember not knowing any of the types at all. And then when they came out with Black 2, White 2, he was like, well, here's basically the same thing with some new stuff, and we're adding back in all of the old Pokemon. And I get that same kind of feeling from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, it feels like they're just adding in, like, they've added a couple new forms for Necromza. I just forgot to nickname him. But, yeah, like, they're adding new forms to Necromza, and they're just adding back in a lot of the Pokemon. Gonna do that. But that, like, I haven't seen the trailer really, because I generally don't want to spoil myself. Like, I think the difference now between Black and White, during, like, when Black and White came out, I didn't really have much access to the internet. Like, I wasn't using the internet at all, really. I think I barely had a flip phone back then. But nowadays, I'm way too connected to the internet. Yeah. I'm trying to find a spot. I remember Black and White was one of the first games that I told myself I was going to complete the Pokedex. And technically, I cheated to complete the Pokedex. I used a Pokemon generating app to to see all the Pokemon to fill the Pokedex. But at the time, I didn't think I was cheating, because fuck. I can't talk, apparently. I wasn't using them for competitive. Like, I've never been one who cares about competitive Pokemon battling. So I didn't feel like I was harming anything, so I didn't really feel like I was cheating. But I still have those same game cartridges in my drawers of video games. It's just, every time I want to go back to it and capture all the Pokemon, I know I can't. Because they disconnected the internet for anything pre-X and Y. Yeah. I don't have a nickname for him. Youngblood! I don't know, he looks like a 90s Liefeld kind of character. Maybe. He looks like a Youngblood's character. But, yeah. Where was I? What was I doing? What was I talking about? Fuck, I lost my point. I think I finished my thing on cheating, so I can't remember where to go from here. Huh, that's something they changed. You can actually go... Normally in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you have to battle those trainers. You can't skip them. I'm trying to connect. Trying to think of what I was saying. I got lost. So we can grab the fishing rod from him. I guess I can go back to Sun and Moon. Those were... Wait. My moon when I... Oh, fuck! My brain is so sidetracked I can't think of anything. It's... I really think it's time I should go to bed. Which I will. No, I also had to... I felt the need to complete the Pokedex for Pokemon Sun and Moon because it was really short. There's no national dex, and like, I don't know. I am that kind of person that always wants to complete the Pokedex, but most of the time it's really hard because then you first have to complete the regular Pokemon Pokedex, and then you have to complete the national dex. I don't know. I am only missing one Pokemon to complete the Alolan Dex. I'm missing Buzzwole because I don't know anybody with Pokemon Sun, and I've been told there's a way to get him without seeing him. I can't remember. And I still have to go get Marshadow as well because I got a code for him, but I scratched it off so much I can't actually see the numbers to input the code, so it's just a lost code. Going back to the Pokemon Center. You know, those were good times before the internet. Like when I would just somehow just know a Pokemon game was coming out and just know nothing about it and just enjoy it for it. Nowadays, it's kind of really hard to not know anything about the game. Like, I remember being super excited for X and Y. I think not just it was a new region, but mostly because of the new graphics. Like, it just meant that Nintendo was going in a completely different direction, because... I'm gonna sneeze. I think it's gone. Nope, not gone. Hey! Ah. There we go. But yeah, like Nintendo and Pokemon has always been behind on the graphics, even from from day one when Red, Blue, and Yellow were released. Like, I feel like that's just been a running gag up until the modern generation. That just the games were always behind on graphics when they released. I'll come back to these two later. I remember when Ruby and Sapphire first came out, I had my grandmother drive me to a Toys R Us. I think it was a Toys R Us. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a Toys R Us. The fuck? No. Like, if this says anything about how me as a child, I picked up, we got the first game. Like, I had to promise, obviously I had to promise my grandmother something. It's for her to get it for me. But then, not long after, I lost it, and we had to go back and get the other copy. And at some point, I can't remember what I did with that, because I don't have that anymore, but I still have my copy of Emerald, which I can never trade into any stores, because it's missing the screw in the back. Like, it works perfectly fine. It's just missing the screw. Like, nobody will take it. Like, EB Games won't take it. Oh, fuck. I just almost glitched right through the fence. I remember when Diamond and Pearl came out, I was like, that was a point where I basically lost my interest in Pokemon. Like, once me and my family moved to New Brunswick, I kind of lost interest in Pokemon. It wasn't until I was on a bus one day and I saw the kid I sat next to playing Diamond and Pearl. I was like, what is that? Like the new Pokemon graphics. I'm like, oh, can I play? And then immediately I went to my parents, like, can we get this? And of course they got it for me. Yeah, I'm pretty notorious at losing stuff. Like, I have a habit, if I'm like out somewhere playing on one of my games, like Game Boy, whatever. Like, this has happened to me multiple times where I put something down, like I put my game down, and I left, and like, as soon as I'm leaving, I'm like, oh fuck, I just left that there, and either it's gone or have to run back and grab it. Here's a good story. I'm trying to remember when this was, but when my parents owned a restaurant in a food court. So they were paying me underage to work there to do odd jobs, mostly dishes that I hated. But I remember one specific night, like, the mall was closed and we were they were cleaning up, ready to go, and I was out in the food court playing my game, and I remember putting it down, and we left, the door to the mall closed behind us, and I remember thinking, I left that in there, I left my game in there. And of course, I don't think I went back the next day, but of course when I went back, it was gone, and the janitors had no idea, because we knew at least a couple of the janitors, and the lost and found, or like the people behind the main desk at the mall, you know, where lost and found stuff goes, and like the information desk, they didn't see it, so somebody had taken it. Like I've done that quite a bit. More than I'm willing to admit. Like, there was one time in college, now I've moved all the way up to college in the timeline, where I can do this. Register. Where, like, I had to change, like, so I went to culinary school, and there was a changing room where everyone had to change. Like, obviously men and women in different rooms, but that's not the point. Just killed him. I said, fuck it. So, one day, I had my DSi, and a little container with a few games in it. Just the cartridges. Apparently this land is fully flat now. And I think I leave the locker locked. So I go to class and I come back, and apparently I didn't. I left it unlocked. And somebody had gone in, taken my DS, taken the games. It's like, I had, like, I had, like, Diamond and Platinum, and I had, like 3 Mega Man games, like, all 3 Star Force. Oh, no, I think I had, like, both copies of Star Force 3, or both copies of Star Force 2. Star Force 3, my copy of Mega Man Star Force first one. Like, so all that was gone. And at that point, I said to myself and to my mother, okay, I'm never getting another DS. This was right around the time the 3DS was released, I think. So, like, I was mad, I was upset. But I remember my mother's friend came to visit. Her and her 5 kids. Like, 3 boys and 2 girls. What I am going to do, though, is go through this cave. Red Ribbon's cave. It's like, they came to visit, and all 5 of them, I think, or maybe not all 5 of them, but they had at least 2 or 3 3DSs, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, I have to play that, and as soon as I started playing it, like, I turned to my mother and I'm like, can I get my own? And, of course, being my loving mother, if you're watching this, I love you. Always have. Of course she got one for me, because I wasn't an only child at that point, but my siblings are, like, more than 14 years younger than me. So. Yeah. Speaking of my mother, I remember apparently... Oh, fuck! Yamcha, you are weak as fuck! Antenna beam. But yeah, apparently back when, like Red and Blue, like, I was under the impression that I completed the games myself, but it wasn't until a lot later that my mother told me that she would go into my room when I was at school and play the games for me. So it turned out, like, I don't think I beat Gen 1. Apparently my mother did for me. Which is hilarious. Like, I have no recollection of who my starter was, who my final team was. Like, I was just, for years, under the assumption that I had played the game. The bloom. The blob. Yeah. And then when it came to Gen 2, I remember this is very specific. It was Christmas. I think not long after the game came out. And I remember the house we lived in, there was one bathroom on the main floor, like a small bathroom. And I'd come downstairs And I remember going to the bathroom and like looking at the back of the toilet, and there was a wrapped present on the back of the toilet for me. I remember opening it, and I'm pretty sure it was Pokemon Gold. Like, that feels like just the weirdest way to get a birthday present. I'm trying to think of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Pretty much the same thing. Like, her they were releasing went to the toy store to get them. Not the toy store, EB Games. Yeah. This is me just trying to fill time, you guys. Like, I don't even have cut yet. I'm just wasting time. Because I really didn't want to end the video at 15 minutes. I think there's an item here. Doesn't seem like it. And I can't go any farther. Oh, he's looking for Slug to trade for Kid Gohan. I don't think I know how to get Kid Gohan any other way. I'll probably go look after this. Don't really want to train right now. So, what is there else to talk about in the world of Pokemon? I mean, normally the first time I recorded this video, I told all these stories a lot better, and it also took me 25 minutes. And unfortunately, it's only been 21. I just wasted my time going through that cave, so, yay. Because we're not going on the S.S. Anne this episode. You know what, I might cut this a bit short. And just do like a... I might add a little grinding montage to the end of this video. So... thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. I enjoyed. I don't know who the hell that guy is. Standing beside the gym, but... I'll talk to you guys next time. Until then, keep it weird.